Come and take a look at my backyard and the Sandstone and Termite railway. I've taken many videos of my trains, but usually I try for realistic shots which exclude all those ugly features like fences, sheds and neighbours' houses. But these give no idea of how the line fits in a yard. So come along and I'll give you a quick orientation of the line in the yard. Then you can watch me get the train and tracks ready to run. And then you can drive a train from Termite to Sandstone while I provide a commentary. I've chosen a colourful train so it stands out amongst all the greenery. Let's go. This is the back of my house, but the railway is way down the backyard. Let's go and have a look at it. Look out! Let's just do a quick orientation before we get started. Here's Sandstone Station and the Great Rock Ledge. The track disappears behind the shed. There's a crossing loop at BLACKWALL. Tea tree, cupboard that stores the buildings. On the end of the station under the covers. And we have Melaleuca on the raised board. Willowdale. Sandstone in the background again. Hiding under there is Maple Junction Station, crossing loop. And in here is Termite. You'll have noticed that there's covers to keep all the leaves off, so we have to get rid of those before we can run trains. And buildings to get out. The bridge is open, and we can open the door. There's two reverse loops and a lot of sidings to store trains. So let's get a train out and run it from Termite all the way to Sandstone. Type remote. This one I can control 3 locos, so we've got to make sure we've got it in the right position. And we've got an A for accelerate, a B for brake, D to change direction, and C by the horn. So if we look at the logo here, we press D, change direction, press it again, go the other way, press it again, coming back this way, bit of a horn. Hold A down until we get moving. And the train will exit the room through that hole in the wall and come out on the high rock ledge way above Sandstone Station. overhang. Around the trestle to reverse the direction. And heads back over the path to go around the house again. Now we'll just walk back around between Lilyvale and Melaleuca to get a better view of the train as it crosses the door to Termite. And around the curve to come onto the raised baseboard of Melaleuca. Melaleuca is probably the main station on the line. It's got 3 crossing loops, 4 or 5 sidings, got a sawmill, a cattle dock siding, rail motor siding, and tends to be where visitors load their trains onto the track. Now we'll head off onto the large high trestle. Now we'll approach the crossing loop points for Maple Junction Station, which is actually underneath the board, and we come to the first of the crossovers. We could take that crossover for a shortcut to Sandstone, and we'd take the top track there, but we're heading on the long way around to Lilyvale, which is situated within a large loop, big viaduct in the background. And at Lilyvale there's another crossover which we can either take just to return back to Maple Junction of Melaleuca, or as we're showing here, continue heading down towards Tea Tree. It's back across the path that we just passed over. Front track this time. Past Maple Junction, even though we're supposed to be miles away from it, through the tunnel under Melaleuca baseboard and down the side fence. Now we're passing another turnout that allows you to run around and round the yard. You'll notice the white signal on the fence allows me to see from across the yard. Approaching Oleander Station, which is just a small logging station. No crossing loop. Out onto the long bridges heading towards Tea Tree. There's the lifting bridge. The express is waiting in Tea Tree Station. We go past. Tea Tree has 3 crossing loops, 4 sidings including the engine shed, and some wheat silos. And off there across the steel arch bridges. It's a 1 in 30 climb up here, so you'll hear the diesel engine working hard. approaching Blackwall, which is just a crossing loop on the 1 in 30 grade. It doesn't get a lot of use. You can see the little white indicating signals again next to the fence for me to be able to look across the yard and make sure the turnouts are in the right position. And then we up behind the garden sheds, heading for Sandstone finally. Under the rock ledge, way below where we originally were up on the high trestle, we finally can enter Sandstone Station, which has 4 loops, 4 sidings, a turntable, and is supposedly the terminus of the line. But it is possible to continue and go round and round the yard if you require, or to take a shortcut and return back up to Melaleuca. This is supposedly the colliery branch from Sandstone, but if we use it as the cut-off line, we can go round and round the yard. Or if we take this crossover in front of the loco, we could have returned to Maple Junction, back up to Melaleuca and Termite. We have to run through the coal loader, down the fence, then back to Oleander, Tea Tree, Blackwall, Sandstone again. So that completes the tour of the line. Just a quick overview looking back from Melaleuca, the train passing through Tea Tree and the express coming into Melaleuca, so to give a better idea of where things are placed in the yard. And another train on the trestle heading back up to Termite. This is a plan of the line, but it is pretty convoluted. You're better off looking at my website where you can find a clickable map. If you click on any section of the line, you can see some pictures.